All right, hello again, YouTube. AJ Shaver here, and what I want to do today is tell you the story of a trailer. So, as you know, we're a big supporter of Patriots Cove, especially when it comes down to their hunting program and such. And I was over here at the Cove working on a food plot with the owner, or the president and founder, I guess is his title, Jeff Swire. And before hunting season, a couple months ago, and my phone rings. It's a good customer of mine. His name's, the company is MJ Contractors. And I was talking with Marlon, and it was actually over here at this very site working on a food plot for this year's hunting season. And I want to spin the camera around here and just kind of show you what we were working on here at the Cove. So if you've ever called me, or if you do call me and you get my voicemail, it says something along the lines of, I'm probably doing something noisy, send me a text message or I'll call you back when I can. That was just the occasion that happened here over at Patriots Cove. I was actually in a PC-35 mini excavator, ripping stumps out so we could put this food plot in before hunting season for Jeff. And was able to call Marlon back, and Marlon's been after a trailer for quite a while, and he really liked the Black Betty trailer that I had in, that RFR07 with the 210 loader, so you're picking up like 3,500 pounds. And so we kind of nailed down some details right inside the cab of the excavator. I'm taking notes on my iPhone, just putting things in, so when I get home later I could do the quote up for him. And the kind of cool thing with Marlon, his company color is blue. So being over here at Patriots Cove, when I was on the phone with him, I was kind of thinking about when the day comes that the trailer shows up and I get to do this very video. Being at Patriots Cove, I talked to Marlon and I said, hey, would there be any chance that, I know your company colors are blue, but could we do one red, white, and blue? I know the trailers are coming in from Canada, but it's going to be used here in the US, and I have a kind of a special project that I want to do with the trailer. So this video is that video. So while I'm up here on the food plot, I do want to take a moment here and just show you the 6-point blind that is over behind me and tell you a little story about that too. And just trying to make some, or generate some more awareness, I should say, for Patriots Cove. So let me show you what we have going on behind me first, and then we'll go back down to the activity center and I'll show you the trailer. So along with all the different firewood equipment that I sell, we got involved with 12-point blinds, and the whole reason behind this was we wanted to be able to have a blind system that we could put a mentor and a mentee in, and as they hunt, we want them to have a conversation with each other, just be able to relax, unwind, share some stories, laugh. And when you're in a traditional, like a cheaper budget buster or budget kind of blind, they're really thin, the wind rips through, you have to be quiet, you wrinkle that little Debbie wrapper and everything from a 5-mile radius around you disappears. Well, the nice thing with these 12-point blinds is they are egg crate insulated, tinted glass, and it's a weighted window, so it slides quietly and effortlessly, if I could talk, up and down. And this particular blind we have nicknamed the Tower Blind. An Eagle Scout came out, and this was his project, was to build a handicap ramp that would get up to the blind. It is 8 feet in the air. We just had a gentleman here from North Carolina, single leg amputee, brought his wheelchair right up this ramp, and he was able to hunt from the elevated position. He was able to harvest an 8-pointer, a doe, and I believe he also shot a turkey out of this blind. So we had this one custom built with a 48-inch door. This is a 6-foot by 6-foot blind by 12-point. Carpet floor, swivel chair. We ended up putting a rest in this one. Nice easy sight out to the food plot. Nice 360 vision the whole way around. And we even have a food plot back here coming up. So these were just put in, like I said, a few months ago. It's got some greenery in it, but we'll definitely redo these for next year and really bump up the harvest. But carpeted floors, all egg crate, even in the ceiling, heavy duty rubber roof. It's the weight that goes along with the window. But it's really nice, you know, being 6 foot wide, you can get 2 chairs in here. Like I said, the mentor and the mentee are able to sit and chat, throw a little buddy heater in here on a cold day. And this was a very deadly stand, and the boys were able to harvest quite a bit out of here this year. And part of the harvest challenge that I do with Patriots Cove, rewarding the hunters for what they are able to harvest off of the property. It was $50 per turkey, $100 for a white-tailed doe, and $100 a point on an 8-pointer, or on a buck rather. So we raised over $7,000, or I should say they raised over $7,000 for Patriots Cove just by doing a pretty good harvest over here at the Cove. And so, all right, without further ado, let's get back over to the activity center and I'll show you that trailer. So part of the Cove is a trout fishing stream. I believe Jeff takes care of about 1.5 miles. And there's different beats that come down through. He's put in all these water features to make sure the oxygen levels in the creek stay at peak, so the trout can survive and stay around for a nice long time. Everything is wheelchair accessible. There's a lot of these platforms that come down through the creeks, different beats, and the guys are able to fly fish right off of the platform, whether they're in a wheelchair or standing. And it's just such an awesome place. I mean, you couldn't tell the highway is just a couple hundred yards here up over the hill. And it's just nice and quiet. Everybody can come down here, relax, walk the trails. And just such a really, really cool place. Just didn't want to miss the beauty of the stream coming down through here. All right, so we're back out here at the main part of Patriots Cove. That is their activity center in the very background. This is their lodge. There's some tiny homes, the pavilion, the bunkhouse, and some storage buildings here behind the camera. And we are out here. It's right next to Highway 29, so bear with me as cars and tractor trailers go by. We're in Knoxon, Pennsylvania. If you want to learn some more things about Patriots Cove, you can visit their website, which is patriotscove.org. And there's lots of good stuff in there as far as how to donate, the mission statement for the Cove, and some of the staff members and volunteers and so on. I'll put a link in here too. We did a promotional video for Jeff. We did some really nice drone shots of the Cove, kind of flew over some of the different beats on the stream, and just really, really nice. So I'll put that link in here. It's a tearjerker, I'll warn you now, but it'll tell you all that you need to know about the Cove. Now about the trailer, this is an RFR07 heavy duty, and what that means, this is normally a skeleton bunk trailer where you wouldn't get this diamond plate flooring. That is an upgrade that Marlin wanted on this trailer to improve the utility of it. Because of the diamond plate, I like doing a trap door at the very back of the trailer. That gives the grapple somewhere to go through below deck and securely grab onto something. And I've said it before, Sprite got it wrong. Image is everything, thirst is nothing. So even though there's small straps, it still looks like something back there to help keep everything secure. Standard features are 4 removable bunk poles, 4 sliding trucker straps with a chain hook end. We upgraded the tire and rim package on this. Normally it's a 16-inch rim. We did 17.5s in a load range J. That way it's an 18-ply tire, so you can really get like 105 pounds of air pressure in these tires. So even when heavily loaded, they won't belly out. And if they do belly out, you've got a heck of a load on this trailer. Don't ask me how I know. Typically, with this package, we can do an assortment of grapples. The JMS 170 is a 17-foot reach grapple, does really well. The AM 190 is a 19-foot reach grapple. Again, does well. It picks up like 3,000 pounds. But this is by far my favorite loader to put on this trailer. It's the AM 210. So you get 21 feet worth of reach from the center of the trailer out. And at the halfway point, kind of about where I'm standing, it's where that secondary stick is like straight down vertical. This will actually pick up like 3,500 pounds. Now, the only thing that you have to remember with a trailer like this, it is essentially a crane without a counterweight. So if you're going to pick up 3,500 pounds, get some wood weight already on the deck on the opposite side, build in that counterweight. And the other thing that I like to do is when this is optioned with the pintle ring, you can actually look down at the truck hitch, and I'll actually pick up the back of the truck a little bit for some counterbalance too. Just trying to make things as secure and safe as possible. They always come with a Honda. It's a GX390, which is a 13 horsepower, and I always do it as an electric start. If you're in this kind of caliber of a trailer, why do a pull start and why do it with anything other than a Honda and an electric start? So it works out really, really well. Oh, we also did a mounted spare. You can see it through the headache rack there. So just in case something ever goes sideways, you're able to have a spare tire right on there. We ended up using that coming out of Boonville, New York at the Logger Show last year. And same size tires that I have on my gooseneck, so we grabbed that and threw it on. Kind of funny, but yeah. So let me grab the camera, do a quick walk around just so you can see it, and I'll stretch out the arm, and then we'll close this one out. So we'll start up here at the front because I did forget about two key things that we did for Marlon. He did ask for LED strobes, so we got him something long enough that this can actually go inside the truck cab and he can flip the switch, or we can just mount something up here on the operator's platform for him. And then this is also the electric thumb switch for the grapple control. So green for grab, red for open is kind of how it works. The smaller two levers here are the outriggers. It's kind of set up on the John Deere or optional, kind of style for the controls. We can switch that right at the factory, but I need to know before we put the order in. And then you always get a pressure gauge there on the left-hand side. If that baby's peaking out at 3,000 PSI and you're not picking something up, it's way too heavy for the loader. Here's that GS390 electric start. We got the hour meter there. They do test at the factory. All of the trailers moving forward are nice now with the outrigger here on the outside. The cylinder for the outrigger, I should say. Boy, I cannot talk during this video. There's our trucker straps. The black piece here is the lever for tightening everything up. Just kind of slides down in. The bunk poles are removable. It's a 9/16 bolt down here that goes through a hole at the bottom of the bunk pole, just in case you do want to pull it. But if you leave that in, it's also very secure for going down the highway. I've never lost one without the bolt in there. Not saying it's not possible, but I normally take them off the passenger side because that's how I'm loading and unloading for down there at Dom's at B3Q. So this is the below deck storage for the grapple. I threw some cardboard around there. I don't want to be the one to scratch it on Mr. Marlin. We'll let him do that. So those are the strobe lights there in the center. If I had some forethought, I probably should have flipped that switch, but we'll do that when I open things up. So let's go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like all stretched out. All right, so here's our outriggers all the way out. And like I said, you can get some of the weight off the bottom of that to kind of throw some counterweight right on the hitch of the trailer for picking up some things right off the get-go while the trailer deck itself is empty. The trap door does flip and closes down securely right here on this line. That's what we're grabbing onto down below deck. "21 feet of reach from the center of the trailer to the center of the rotator." There, now I finally remember to throw the LED strobe lights on. So I forgot to say, this is a 16,000 pound trailer with the diamond plate, the upgraded tires, the mounted spare, and the bigger loader. It's right about 6,000 pounds curb weight, so you can get 10,000 pounds or 5 tons worth of wood weight or cargo capacity on the trailer itself. Well, you can tell I haven't done a trailer video in a while because I'm forgetting a lot of the key details too. So one thing I forgot to mention, the rotator does go continuous 360. The loader itself goes 360, but it's not continuous. You can load the tow vehicle in a straight line. The pass-through grapple on this opens up to a maximum of 48 inches and then squeezes down to something about the size of like a 4x4 post. So very, very versatile system. Again, we owned this trailer. The big brother to it was the Black Betty trailer that went out to Clint out in Colorado, out in Commerce, Colorado is where that one went. So if we can earn your business with the sales quote, would love to hear from you. Please give me a phone call. It's 833-SPLITTER. It's 833-775-4887. You can also email me at sales@shaverequipment.com. Everything we've got for sale is also over on the website. I do need to update it with some more of the trailer stuff on there, but you can check that out. All of our bag sales go right through the website for our bulk bags, shaverequipment.com. We do have some pretty awesome stuff going on with financing right now too, so we'll put a link in here at the end. But again, I challenge you to look up patriotscove.org. I'll put a link in here so you can click on it right from the video. And then I'll also put a tab in here for the video that we did as a promotional video for the Cove, just so you can see that and learn more about it. And like I said, it's a tear jerker, so I'm just kind of warning you early, grab a box of Kleenex. And but again, thank you so much for watching. We are going to call this one the Patriots Cove edition. I will donate $1,000 for anybody that wants to do a red, white, and blue trailer moving forward. So give us a phone call, shoot us an email. Would love to hear from you in person and would love to get you that sales quote. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button here on the channel so you can stay up to date on everything we have going on. And as always, I'm working hard to be lazy. And with stuff like this, it doesn't get much easier. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.